Oh, you got some ears going.
Wear my elf ears. Yeah, but I forgot the headphones interfere with that, so I'll have to take them.
Gotta de-elf yourself.
What a horrible night to have a buzzer. This is Insert Credit 2025, the Halloween Specdracular, our spookiest episode of the year. I'm all Hex Jaffe.
Okay.
I'm fearsome Frank Cifaldi.
That'll do.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am Ash and Bones Perish.
Nice.
That's good.
No, that's very good. I'm Brandon Deathfield. Sorry, I messed that up. Brandon Deathfield.
I like that.
Deathfield.
Yeah.
Deathfield.
Welcome to Deathfield and Friends. Come on in. Come to the place where fun never ends.
We're at the parlor murder mystery, and everyone's going around introducing themselves, and I'm like, I'm Brandon Deathfield, and people are like,
Well,
that sounds like the
something
name
tells
of,
me.
like if you were a starring or like the front man in an emo band, that sounds like what your name would be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. So you're welcome and/or I'm sorry.
It's neutral. I mean, it's not my real name, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's pronounced and spelled differently.
Yes.
Anyway, I try to do something different every year for these, and
but this year you didn't.
This year I didn't. This year I'd like to open up with, as we usually do, with a question from our previous guest, Colin Spacetwinks. I told Colin this would be our Halloween-themed episode, so he wrote to us to ask, what would be the best horror story to turn into an FMV point-and-click adventure?
FMV point-and-click, okay.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want my answer.
Well, I feel like...
I don't? Well, now I really want it.
Yeah,
Ash just wants some jerk-off material.
When I tell you what my answer is, you will be ashamed of your words and deeds.
Well, my real answer before we get to that, which I'm looking forward to, being ashamed of my words and deeds, is pretty much any of the found footage horror films would be perfect for a point-and-click adventure. You're finding all the footage, you're piecing it together, you're Blair Witching it. I think that's perfect for the medium. If that genre had existed, that genre of film had really existed at the time, I think they were like 2 years out from that existing when FMV games were a thing. But I think that actually would have been somewhat popular. That's my answer. Ash, what was yours?
No, Frank has to tell his. I have to go last. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Man,
yeah, Frank, you've been playing a lot of these lately, haven't you?
No, what are you talking about?
You've been playing Shilf.
That's not an FMV point-and-click game.
But it's a horror game.
You've been playing CDI games, which I file next to FMV games in my head.
Sure. Yeah, like Eugene Levy's Dumbass Golf or whatever it's called. Yeah.
I think that's the actual title. Somebody photoshopped that cover.
Goals?
Horror stories that convert well is where I'm stuck. What comes to mind, and I can't really back this up with a good game design, is that I feel that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is like a franchise that would excite people. And something FMV-ish with some of those stories might be a thing. The other thing I was thinking about when I was trying to make an interesting game is like, what if it's a Her Story style game, but you're actually going through the film archives of a studio that made horror movies?
Ooh.
I think that could be really interesting. Like license all the footage from, whatever surviving entity is licensable for a bunch of horror movie footage and use the footage as something that you have to scrub through to solve the mystery. I think would be fun, but it's not answering the question.
Wasn't there a Plan 9 from Outer Space video game that kind of had that story?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was a point and click, but not FMV game.
Yeah.
That revolved around like the making of Plan 9 from Outer Space, I believe, if I remember correctly.
One more, this isn't like best, but most likely is just whatever is public domain. Chop that up and turn it into any kind of thing. That feels like
you
something
get all
that
of them,
would just
so right. Journey to the Moon and Nosferatu in the same, like they're both really scary.
Yeah,
I think Journey to the Moon is like one of the scariest things ever made.
You get some old Frankenstein business. There's all kinds of stuff you could throw in there. So I
Isn't
think
like the 1968 Night of the Living Dead famously public domain because they forgot to put
it's not exactly public domain, but it is. They can't own it directly. Yeah, it's got big problems. Part of why they made the remake in 1990 was to try to make some money off of it. Yeah, the film distribution company filed wrong or late or something like that, which is incredibly unfair.
Yeah. So the game is you are the legal department for Night of the Living Dead, and you need to file all the paperwork.
That's right.
To make sure you hold on to the rights.
And it's just FMVs of like shuffling papers.
Yes.
Okay, my real answer is make a game out of the footage from Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective and Dracula Unleashed, because Video Game History Foundation has the masters of those, and maybe we'll make some money. So make a game of those.
Do it.
Alex, remind me of the exact wording of the question, please.
The exact wording of the question was, what would be the horror story to turn into an FMV point-and-click adventure? What would be the best horror story to turn into an FMV point-and-click adventure?
J. Marion Sims developing gynecology. I want you to go Google what Sims vaginal speculum looks like. If you don't know, and you probably don't, J. Marion Sims is known as the father of gynecology, but he developed all of his techniques by experimenting without anesthesia on enslaved Black women.
Oh, man.
So I just want you to imagine that. I just want you to imagine that and then look at Sims vaginal speculum and then tell me that's not the best horror story genesis that you've ever heard of in your fucking life.
That's the worst horror story I've ever heard.
Yes.
This would not be a good video game at all.
It would be a very unsettling, very fucking upsetting horror game, which is, why I thought of it.
That is real world body horror.
The title of the game should it should have the in front of it. It should have
so it says the
Sims logo. And then,
oh, that's terrible. No, but medical horror is some of I don't like horror. Horror is not my thing. I don't want to interact with it all that much. My husband loves horror. He's this is his favorite thing in the world. But I'm not a fan. But the thing that because it's all fake to me, it's so fake, and I don't like it. Slashers, that shit's so fake. Whatever. Mm-hmm. But the thing that upsets me the most, that I think does the real horror stuff for me, is medical horror. So Contagion, pandemic horror, breakout, outbreak, those kinds of things, because that's more rooted in reality than your slashers or your Conjurings or whatever. That upsets and scares me more. So think the medical wing in the first BioShock is one of the worst video game levels I've ever played. Love that game. And love that level, but it's just so fucking upsetting. So the idea of making a horror video game themed around this guy trying to develop these, gynecological practices off of experimenting on Black women is the best.
Brandon, yes? I know where you're going, and we'll put a pin in that. Okay. I don't think litigating BioShock is the thing to talk about on our Halloween episode.
I'm not litigating. Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to say that. No, I was just going to say, just to help you understand some of us horror likers a little more. First of all, I don't like to be scared. Mm-hmm. The fact that they are unrealistic is good to me because I don't want to be scared. I think it's interesting, but if it's real, if it's realistic, if it's reality based, I don't want to mess around with it. I don't want to watch actual people get hurt in real ways.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brandon, because while I was trying to put this episode together and make something special for our Halloween episode, I was really coming up with nothing. So I have to thank Colin for at least providing one question. And for the rest, I ended up drawing on personal experiences, things that have happened to me in my real life recently and have inspired questions that I think might be appropriate for the season. So let me tell you about this time that I was working in the lab late one night.
Oh, nice.
And my eyes beheld this eerie sight.
Right.
Okay.
My monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash.
Oh, that's not supposed to happen.
What are the most unintentionally terrifying video games?
Tomb Raider 2. I don't
you
fucking
go, you
like
wanna,
those.
You want to go on, or are we supposed to just nod? Oh, yeah.
Yes, you're supposed to nod. The drowning is fucked up. But also, the fact that, tigers can, jump out of nowhere and bite your neck off. Also terrifying.
That's true in real life, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why Brandon
Yes, that's
can't
why
play
it's
it.
fucked up.
That's right. Tiger's biting your neck. That is a little scary. Unintentionally scary.
Okay, so something that was really scary to me was the original Phantasy Star on the Master System. Not for like, the setting or characters or anything like that, but the dungeon parts are first person, and this is a game where unless you're grinding the heck out of it, you're always just right on the edge, and you're in these first person dungeons trying to map them out. And, I think someone would have the same answer if for like Wizardry or something, but this is the one I played first, and it's like, you're kind of like going through this grid-based first-person dungeon, just trying to get out and heal. But, at any point, like just suddenly a monster could spring up and you just don't have the equipment you need. And yeah, for me, the first Phantasy Star was the first time I was truly scared, like wandering around in a dark cavern. Because of the consequences. Like, that's what scares me in a game, is being scared of the consequences, which is like, I will lose an hour of progress, as opposed to, this dog's going to get thrown through a window at me and bite my neck. Tiger dog.
Tiger dog. We're at 2 tigers.
I don't think I have any accidental ones, because similar to Frank, I've talked about this before, AD&D Treasures of Tarman on the Intellivision did that for me, but it was intentionally. It was supposed to kind of jump scare you, that thing. So,
isn't there something that makes a loud sound and chases you if you?
It doesn't chase you, but it makes a sound, and there's like a skeleton will suddenly appear or whatever. So it was like they were trying to spook you.
Wait, is that the first person one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I was thinking the overhead one where like the grid of rooms that connect.
Oh yeah.
I never played that one.
There's stuff that chases you in that. So I've only been scared intentionally, I think, by video games, not unintentionally that I can recall. I've been like horrified, but that's a different. Like, I was horrified when I found out that Working Design's threats that if you used their games with a pro action replay, it would delete all your saves. Or saying that they were incompatible. It turned out that they would delete all your saves, and I lost like 100% saves of a bunch of video games on my Saturn.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's different from being scared, but I was horrified. I was horrified by that.
I have a very vivid memory from when I was 6 years old. I'd been playing Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. This was the first platformer game I had ever played, and I was in level 3, which is the first time you encounter a boss. And when you get to the screen with the boss on it, suddenly the music of the level changes to a boss music. And I was so frightened by that there was this monster on the screen that was like shooting fireballs at you, and suddenly the music changed, that I just like immediately turned off the Game Boy and dropped it on the ground. Just the concept of a boss was terrifying. And it still is.
Yeah.
You have told that one before, but I'm glad you did again in this context.
I didn't know this, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you told it again. I have a very vivid memory of the first time I ever encountered a jump scare. I was in elementary school. We were in the computer lab. You remember those Apple computers with the colorful see-through, like the desktop ones? I don't know what the model number is for that bullshit or whatever. But
you're talking about the iMacs with that had the colorful backside, and they were all
literally
kind of,
do not know. If that's what those were, then great. But it was before school. Like, if you got there early enough, you can go hang out in the computer lab before whatever. And I think I was on the Neopets forum. I was big in the Neopets at the time. I still have that account. It is over 20 years old. I remember seeing like a GIF of like this like CCTV footage, and I had never experienced one of those like things where like the GIF like shoots at you or whatever. And I saw it for the first time, and I you know how loud I get, right?
Yeah.
Imagine elementary school.
This
Ash.
is before you developed your filters.
Exactly. Exactly. That's really rude. Fuck you, Frank. I screamed so loud. Imagine a child Ashley, knowing how loud that adult Ashley can get. Imagine a child Ashley with no filters screaming because she has been terrified by a jump scare. This is not a concept that she has experienced before. Like, when you're older, like, you know what a jump scare is, like, oh, to expect it. But if you've never seen anything like that before, I almost pissed myself. Like, and that's the reason why it stuck with me literally like 30 plus years later, because holy shit, I was terrified.
That's time. Okay, to continue my story, it didn't stop there, because from my laboratory in the Castle East to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. Where do you stand on this state of large-scale open-world traversal in video games?
Well, so I like it if scripted things happen, is kind of where I've landed. So I like it in Red Dead Redemption 2, where as you're traveling, a thing might happen in front of you, right? Like you, like someone's getting arrested, or I don't even remember the others. Like someone tries to rob you, right? Like things like that happen, and it's scripted, and I like that. I don't like something like a Breath of the Wild where it just kind of feels empty. You're going from an empty place to essentially like a small arena to another empty place that connects them. And I don't really understand what it is I'm supposed to be feeling or doing in those between parts. Like, am I supposed to be in awe of this virtual world or something?
You're supposed to just like sit with it. And if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you.
Right.
But I feel like, that open space is supposed to give you space to just take it all in. And if that's not something you're inclined to, then that game's not going to work for you. But it worked for me. Yeah,
it might just be me. Like, a lot of nature doesn't do a ton for me, but like if it's a more enclosed natural space where like there's a million things to look at, as opposed to some things on the horizon or whatever, I'm into that. But yeah, it might just be that. Another example would be like Bethesda style games, like the Fallout games, have these sort of like random scripted encounters that happen when you're on the road. Like, oh, suddenly there's robots or a weird thing just happened. That's when it works. I think Grand Theft Auto is not quite that, but there's enough life that it feels like that to me. Where there's enough pedestrian that cars that suddenly go wild. That's not scripted, I know, but there's like activity happening en route. Yeah, so that's my answer. That's where I stand.
Well, I'm unfortunately the worst, and probably who they're mostly thinking about or not thinking about when they make these games, because I don't know if they're really thinking about it. As if there's something off in the distance and it has a shape and I can go there, and then there's any kind of stupid little item there, that's enough for me. I'll just go and get it. I like to see that there's a place and then walk over to that place. It's as simple as that. If you give me a little treat when I'm there, then I feel like I did it that's what I was looking for. I was looking to go there. If you put a little piece of environmental storytelling in there as well, then we're all good. You and me are friends. Video game. You got like a little couple of pillars, and then somebody wrote like I hate that other pillar or something on one of the two pillars. My day is made as far as walking around in a wasteland. I like walking around in empty spaces by myself in real life as well. So I think there's that. What about you, Ash? I saw you nodding along a little bit.
You are literally me. Like, I like to go places and see what can be seen. And if there's a little treat there at the end of it, that's perfect. Like,
yeah,
my favorite thing to do in real life is to go to a place. It doesn't have to be a special place. It doesn't have to be an expensive place. It doesn't have to be a far place, and get a treat. Perfect. I will add to that in that I appreciate this. I don't necessarily know if this is indicative of open world games or more like Metroidvania games or search action, if you will. But I like it when you have to earn your ability to fast travel to your place rather than just showing up and immediately unlocking fast travel. So like with Silk Song, like you get to a place and then you have to like go through like whatever platforming gauntlet or boss or whatever to unlock the shortcut or unlock the place where you can like fast travel there again. I like that. Let me earn my ability to come back here with ease. So I feel because it feels like I've earned it. Otherwise, it's just like I'm going from place to place to place, and you have like all of these cool, not necessarily all of these cool, but like these abilities to like get around, and you feel like you just circumvent that by fast traveling everywhere. Like, what's the point? So let me earn it first, at least, so I can experience whatever it was the devs wanted me to see of this area before I can just skip all that bullshit and go straight to where I want to go.
I'm still working out my feelings about fast travel, because basically every time, like, I enjoy traversing a space. Like if I'm enjoying a game, then I then I enjoy traversing the space. Otherwise, I'm not enjoying the game. And then once I get fast travel, I lose the fun of traversing the space. Like that no longer becomes a part of the thing for me. But usually by the time I'm getting fast travel, I've already been through this space a few times, so it kind of doesn't matter. But I do wind up having like a very different experience post gaining fast travel versus pre. And the pre part is more fun when I'm walking around and doing things. But at the same time, I don't want to waste my time walking back and forth when I know that I've like looked at everything in this space. So I'm still working out like what's the good spot for me.
Yeah, the sweet
in
spot
fast travel. Yeah.
Because I agree, because I appreciate the friction of doing the physical walking. But then, like, once you unlock fast travel and you use it to bounce from place to place to place, it's like, what did you make all this bullshit for? If I just get to skip it, like, but then at the same time, if I had to walk from place to place to place, that would be tedious. So, yeah, I think I'm like you, like trying to calibrate where the sweet spot is.
Tough one.
So where were we? It was like electrodes in the bedroom.
All the monsters were coming to get a jolt from my electrodes. So the zombies were having fun, and the party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. And that got me thinking, what role does...
Alucard.
Alucard was there.
Wow.
He got me thinking, what role does nepotism play in video games?
A big fucking one, depending.
Yeah,
if your last name is Guillemot.
Yeah, I was just going to say, look at Ubisoft. They're like, no. It's a family business, but we're not hiring people just because.
And then he appoints his son as like the spin-off head of like the Tencent deal that they're doing. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. So we've been watching Tournament of Champions, which is Guy Fieri's cooking
There's a new
show.
One? Are you watching 6?
6 is the newest, but we actually had never seen it before, so we're actually catching up on older ones.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just thinking about like he has a son.
A son, yeah, Hunter.
Named Hunter.
We're big into the Food Network cinematic universe, so I know all of those people.
and he has no charisma at all. He's like a cardboard standee. And Guy Fieri is like, well, I have to find a way to give my son a job. And so his son just shows up sometime. He is trying.
Is he at least good at cooking?
The mom is better. Like,
the mom is there too?
Guy will have his mom on like Guy Grocery Games or whatever, and she's better. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
This is secret Ashley lore.
But anyway, nepotism is
I love that Guy Fieri as a fail son. That's great.
When it's harmless, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So like in the case of Hunter Fieri, it's just like, here he is. Like in the newer episodes, he's there to like rotate this bingo thing. It's like we had to have him here. We had to have him do this. He's got to turn this crank. It's really important. It's just like,
well, it's not a video game. Come on, we need to talk about how Luigi would not be in these games if not for Mario.
That is true.
I was going to ask you, Frank. Do you have any examples of popular or well-known nepotism? Not necessarily in video games, but like on the developer side. Because I'm not familiar. Other than the Guillemots, I don't really know.
I know Sid Meier's son came to work at Firaxis like immediately out of school.
Sid Meierson?
Yeah, Sid Meierson. Yeah.
Which is funny
but I don't
you
know
say
what happened
that.
to him. I only know that because I when I interviewed Sid at the office, however many years ago it was, he was showing me his office and he had another desk in his office. And he's like, that's for my son. He hasn't started yet. And he was very proud.
Aww.
Yeah.
He and his son were going to share an office, which is very sweet.
I feel like a lot of the time it's actually not really that bad because it's.
I agree.
It doesn't tend to be on the Guillemot level of have a C-level position, my son. It's usually just like my son decided to become a video game artist, and now he's here. I'm sure it causes internal friction. Like, say the son is a jerk and nobody likes working with him, then that becomes a big problem. But I feel like a lot of the time it's just fine. It's just like there's another person that works here that you have to navigate. Like you got to navigate everybody. I do know. I'm not gonna say names in this case, but I do know like there's a person who does biz dev who is the child of a famed video game marketer, and I think that got them like a head start on things, but it didn't like give them the position or cement their position or make whatever stuff happened. I mean, it's what, Frank, you laughing because you know who I'm talking about?
Was it? No, I don't think we're talking about the same.
I'm laughing because I'm still imagining that Alucard is canonically in the monster map.
Yeah, he's there.
I mean,
he's right in the text.
I was laughing about our old PR friend who's also a clown, and how his daughter designed a racing game or something.
Yeah, Earache Metal Racing. the first racing game designed by a 13-year-old goth girl.
That's awesome. Frank, it's funny that you mentioned Firaxis because I remember when I went to Firaxis, I think it was like a couple of years ago now, like I remember being really touched when they were, taking us through the studio and giving us the history of Firaxis or whatever, and how it's been around for so long, and how some people, like it's a very small, or at least that's the line that their people were feeding me. I don't know how true it is in the day to day, but how they've been around for so long in this one place for so long that people, and they, have been able to keep the talent that they have for so long that their kids come and like work for them. And they had multiple stories of that, not just Sid Meier's kid, but other people's kids had come and worked there. And I thought that was so sweet because at least with video games, the actual development of video games, the half-life of people who work in the industry is so small. Yeah. Unless you're a certain guy who got in at a certain time. Like, it's a real privilege and a real, like, special, rare thing that you've been in video games long enough for your kids to come in and do the same job. So I thought that was, like, cool. But, like, that obviously doesn't apply to, like, C-suite stuff. But if you're just, like, low-level dev shit, like, that's great. That's awesome. I'm glad that your parent was able to last long enough that you were around, that you want to say, hey, I want to do that too.
I do wonder how it affects, like, layoffs and stuff, though.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be an interesting...
Yeah, Firaxis had a bunch of those, right?
But, yeah, so, like, do the kids of the people that are still there get laid off?
Did they get laid off? Ooh.
Or do they just stick around?
I can confirm something after searching. Do you remember the kid who gets hit by a car in heavy rain?
Jason?
Jason?
Yeah, Jason. That was David Cage's son.
Oh,
he did the mocap.
Jason Cage.
Yeah. There you go. The most famous Nepo baby in video games. The kid who gets hit by a car.
Jason Cage.
All right. On that note, I think we should take a break. We'll be right back. After this, Dracula, we are off.
Yeah, that's good.
Ash, I can't help but notice you seem to think that maybe David Cage killed his son to make Heavy Rain.
You have to make sacrifices for art.
I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. I'm just really... Don't you think David Cage is such a great video game developer? Isn't he great?
God came to him from on high and said, David Cage, you must sacrifice your only son to create true art. I am the Alpha and Omega.
He missed the sign and then actually did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get the sheep in the bush. Like, oh, yeah, you told me to kill my son? Stab.
That's my favorite Bible story because at the end, God's like, whoa, I wasn't serious.
Yeah, man. Like, whoa. Calm down.
Okay, we're just messing around.
Yeah, I was hiding in the bush. I was going to say psych.
I didn't think you'd do it.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd do it, you fucking freak.
You just got punked.
You did it.
Punked by God.
Welcome back to Insert Credit. So there was this party that was kicking off. The scene was rocking. All were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The Coffin Bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5.
That's Ash, right?
Yeah.
Coffin Banger.
Yeah, Ash was there. I noticed kind of a vibe between her and Alucard. Yeah.
You think I wouldn't?
It does
was
seem like
the
Ash's
first
kind of
person on the guest list? Are you serious?
Yeah. So with this stacked house, I got to ask, which musical artists would you approach to provide original music for a AAA horror game?
Yasushi Ishii. He did the Hellsing soundtrack.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. The obvious ones are like John Carpenter, Fabio Frizzi, Claudio Simonetti, just people that have done stellar horror soundtracks for movies in the past. There's why not? Just go get those guys.
Do not call Trent Reznor. He has done enough. Let him rest.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say you might get the Tron one at a discount. To make it work.
That's true.
One of my favorite video game John Carpenter stories, and there are multiple, is how in the development of What Remains of Edith Finch, they asked John Carpenter to write like an original song for this horror sequence. And he was like, I don't have time for that, but do you want to just use the Halloween theme? So they put that at the game.
I actually don't remember that. I need to go back and play that. I love that game.
I got to interject for a minute. I have, we live in a cul-de-sac and we have neighbors across the street, including I don't know who's playing piano, but someone's playing piano in that house. I think it's one of the three.
It was a ghost.
One of the three girls that live there, possibly the teenage one. And I swear every night she warms up with the Halloween theme for like 5 minutes.
That's adorable.
And that's
it
just
is, but
what it is. But it's the sound of my neighborhood is every night the Halloween theme starts.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good. And this is not seasonal. This has been going on for a while.
I love it. I love it.
I kind of do too.
Kind of bringing it back with the nepotism and the who would you hire. John Carpenter's son was recently hired to do a horror video game score.
Do you know what
that's
game?
True. I don't remember. I just saw it in a showcase thing. But yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. By the way, I think that's actually
Toxic
totally fine.
Commando. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
Oh, but no, it's not that one.
No, it's not that one. John Carpenter is doing a separate game without his son.
No, his son is doing a separate game without him.
Okay.
Yeah, his son
is his name Lil Carpenter?
Yeah.
It should be.
Because I'm seeing John Carpenter is composing the music for this game. So is he like trying to compete with his own son in like an upcoming like 2026 Best Game Soundtrack Award?
It's the only way to teach Baby Bird to fly.
Exactly.
Aww.
Yeah.
To beat the shit out of them when they try to fly. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah, that's the Carpenter way.
Yeah, you want to covet the king. You best not miss. You're going to do a video game soundtrack? I will beat your ass where you live.
On the nepotism horror tip, I really appreciate the fact that Joe Hill keeps calling himself Joe Hill, even though we all know who the fuck that kid is, who he belongs to. I think that's very funny.
I will say Joe Hill writes a better comic book than Stephen King could. I really
Has
like
Stephen
Lock
King
and
written
Key.
a comic book?
He wrote
American Vampire.
Yeah, he wrote like the backups for the first volume of American Vampire. Yeah.
I am familiar with Lock and Key, but I didn't know if his daddy did something too.
I remember reading the intro to the collection where Stephen King said he had to learn that no, they don't use thought bubbles anymore.
Stephen King. So that's soundtracks. We were talking about soundtracks, not nepotism.
It's true.
Yeah, horror people who can make spooky sounds. Unfortunately, the guy who wrote Spooky Scary Skeletons is dead.
It's too bad. But
he also wrote the Golden Girls theme.
If you brought him back as a ghost, that would be really spooky.
Yeah,
had him write a song. That would be pretty cool. Get Rich Vreeland, aka Disasterpiece, who did the music for It Follows, which is a horror movie, and also has done the music for a bunch of video games. I mean, that's a kind of a slam dunk, but that'd be good.
Andrew Gold, that was the Spooky Scary Skeletons guy / Golden Girls.
Pretty fun song. Golden Girls is also a pretty good song.
Great song.
Yeah,
fantastic.
He wrote two songs, and they're both bangers.
He probably wrote
tried to
more.
conjure Golden Girls. I since got it. I have it now. But
okay, because I was going about singing. I was going to start singing.
But my immediate conjure was Alf. I don't know what that means.
Interesting.
It could work. Just imagine the Alf theme.
You've been on Blue Sky too much. Is what,
it would work.
I'm unfamiliar with the Alf theme. You're slightly older than me here.
Oh, okay.
I missed Alf.
Thank you for being an Alf. That's how it is.
I'm too old for Alf. It's like a contemporary show with the Golden Girl.
Yeah, but Golden Girls
has had like a mimetic revival in a way
Golden Girls had way more reruns than Alf.
Yeah, in a way that Alf did not. Yeah, correct.
Wasn't Alf... Man, 1986 was Alf? Man,
we cannot be another podcast talking about Alf.
There are others?
Most of them.
It's kind of a go-to topic.
Really?
Because podcasters tend to be around Brandon and Frank's age, and every other episode they're like, "Hey, remember Alf?"
I really don't. I really don't remember Alf. And I
Alf was not at this party, I should clarify.
I thought Alf was from the 70s, actually.
Yeah.
Because it just like it skipped me entirely,
Yeah.
but it started after the Golden Girls.
What's weird is I have more memories of Harry and the Hendersons than I do of Alf. And I feel like one of those
Yes.
came earlier than the other.
Harry was invited to the party. Alf was not. Speaking of which,
Okay.
here was kind of the big incident of the night. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" So I want to ask you, what are the most notorious or successful instances of rebranding in game history?
Okay.
Because it's now the MASH.
Sega?
They got rebranded? What?
Well, not a rebrand, but like a revamp, you know?
Yeah, they had a sort of a rebirth after the hardware era. They had to work hard at that. I guess successful. Konami did.
Well, we're asking for a
sorry.
rebrand. This would be like Infogrames to Atari or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Infogrames?
Yeah, Infogrames.
It's not Infogrames.
It's probably more like Infogral. I don't know. It's French.
Is
They-
it
Infogrames.
like European?
Yeah.
It's French. It's literally French. Infogral.
Ugh.
In their official song, it says Infogrames, but that's it's
No,
specifically in
grams,
English.
not grams.
Did they say
Infograms.
grams?
Yeah.
Infogrames
The
means
entertainment, the
innovation.
power of imagination. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're right.
wait,
It's
wait.
Infogrames.
What do you
Infogram.
mean the official song for a video game
This
developer?
is a good question.
Oh, you haven't
Yes.
you haven't heard this one?
No!
It was an internal use.
Oh, that's
Song.
beautiful. I love it. So this isn't the DK rap. This is just for Infogrames employees.
This is to
only.
Yeah.
motivate employees.
Yeah.
Esper, I'm sure, will be kicking in some clips, but
Yeah, I think we've maybe mentioned it too many times on the show,
well, everyone needs to know this song.
but they
Yeah,
they
this
do
is
need to know.
important.
It's a good song. It's just it should be a part of your life.
The vocalist is just crushing it in this song. It's like Snake Eater level performance.
Well, no, but she's really trying.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, in terms of what they got out of her, not
Yeah.
what she's capable of.
Sure. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
I'm listening to this now.
Okay.
We'll just pause for a moment.
It kicks in
Yeah.
after a while, so you might want to scrub around even. But there are layers.
This
No.
is great.
This is some Sonic R shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got Richard Jakes' son to write this.
Rocks my world.
I literally just got there.
This is like the good version of Eiffel 65's PlayStation song.
Yeah.
Did
Oh
the
my God.
percussion kick in? Is
Yeah.
that what the delight is? Yeah, there it is.
Just put this entire song in here. Infogrames isn't going to come after us.
Yeah, they don't care.
This is
Oh my
great.
God.
This
Yeah.
is- Thank you so. I'm so glad I get to be friends with you people so I can learn about this.
Yeah. Ash's next article for Paste is going to be tracking down the
Yes,
singer
exactly.
for Infogrames Rocks My World.
Because she sounds black too. So that's all I need.
Yeah. I can hook
Right?
you up with at least one person who was there. Norm
Do you
Badillo,
know
a
who
digital,
sang
a
this?
digital eclipse. No. But I'm sure you can find this out.
Oh, we need to find this person.
Yeah.
That's like.
We need a better recording too, because this YouTube recording is like it.
This is apparently the thing that I was put on this earth for, is to find the obscure black women who sing these weird ass video game
This is
songs.
your beat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very good at it apparently.
Doesn't the song start with her just naming games?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very
Test
strange.
drive. Yeah.
Survivor, Civilization, Superman Saves the Nation,
Yeah.
NSYNC, Hotline, Dragon Ball, Alone in the Dark, and that's not all. They did the MASH.
So good.
What was the
Thank
question?
you.
Did not answer the question at all, but
No.
Rebranding. It was
did something
rebranding.
better.
Well, we did answer the question, which is
Yeah.
Infogrames
Yeah.
becoming Atari.
Yeah.
I don't know if it did anything for them, but I consider that an improvement because what a weird name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
so
Atari doesn't have a
Infogrames
song.
became Atari.
Yeah, they bought Atari. They bought
Oh, they
Atari.
Yeah,
bought
yeah, it
Atari.
became-
Okay.
I mean, I guess Square Enix It's fine.
Oh yeah, Square Enix
Yeah.
is it.
Square
That's
Enix
a good one.
is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It really rolls off the tongue now, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It didn't used to, but now it does.
Not Namco Bandai.
No.
Namco Bandai is horrible because it's Bandai Namco, and you don't want to say that. You want to say Namco Bandai.
No, you
Well,
don't.
no, it depends on the territory.
Correct.
Oh, yeah?
It's Bandai Namco in Japan, Namco Bandai here.
Is it like reversing first names and last names with
No, it was a condition of the merger, I think, where like one got to be first in one area, one got to be first in the other, and it was based on like which name had better name recognition in which territory. Yeah.
First name Naruto, last name Uzumaki.
Yeah, Bandai doesn't have more recognition in the West?
No,
Over
not more
Namco?
than Namco. No, well, certainly not at the time.
Oh.
Like
At
maybe
least
now.
it's for
Bandai
video games.
Namco to me.
Maybe in the toy industry. Speaking of the toy industry,
Yeah.
Connecticut Leather Company to Coleco was a good rebrand.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Service games to Sega. I'd say
Yes, you were
that's a
right
positive.
about Sega. We just had to go earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah, Sega Sammy sucks.
That's true.
Nobody
I didn't
likes
like that
Sega
one.
Sammy.
No.
It's Sammy Sega, but only in like Australia.
No, it's Sammy Sega in Australia.
Sammy Sega.
Sammy Sega.
Sega.
I was going to pronounce it the way that I would normally, but then Ash would get mad. So
Yeah.
Wait. No, never mind.
they got
never
that
mind.
R at the end, man.
Nope. Sammy Seeger?
Yeah.
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 No, I don't like it.
See?
Like Sammy Hagar.
That's Pete Seeger's son.
Right.
That's who that is. Sorry.
Nepotism strikes again.
It does.
So I want to assure you everything's cool now. Drax is part of the band. And insert credit is the hit of the land.
Whoa.
For
That's
you,
nice.
the living, this game was meant to. So when you get to my door, tell them Jaffe sent you.
Aww.
Actually, how do game developers target an intended audience for their video games?
Market research,
Yeah. So certainly market research.
focus group.
But
They still do
also,
that?
Probably.
you can kind of feel things out with digital showcases, sort of. Like see if people are responding better at this thing or that thing. I'll tell you something that we should have done, but didn't until way too late. I was in a car in the Tokyo suburbs shopping for video games with a guy who turned out to be a Brazilian localizer.
You were shopping in a car?
I was shopping in a car
Late one night?
Yeah, I was just shopping in the car, on my phone or whatever. No, we were driving from shopping in various places, and he was talking about how Brazilian localization and stuff, and I was talking about how we considered it for Demon School, but we just weren't sure if it would be worth it and what languages we were already doing. And he was like, "Well, you could just check which countries are the most wishlisted for your game, and then I have like a formula I can figure out from there whether it's worth it." But we had just never bothered to check the country breakdown, and then we checked it.
Is Brazilian the biggest one?
It's not the biggest one. U.S. is the biggest one, but Brazil is number 2.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like, whoops.
Brazil mentioned.
And so we did not. We haven't localized it into Brazilian Portuguese, but that would be the next one. I think that would be a good way to do some research into your audience. Is just like as you're pushing it out in various places, see like if China is responding or whatever, or Brazil is responding, and then target things in those regions.
Brandon, I just want to point out that the business entity Tech Toy still exists.
Yeah.
And people do like physical video games.
Yeah.
And the clamshells are probably still floating around.
Do what you will.
I want to see a Tech Toy Brazilian release of Demon School.
Man, I would let's collaborate with Tectoy and do like a Sega Genesis or Sega Master System version of Demon School.
Just the case. Don't do the full game. You can't.
I feel like you have literally been thinking about doing that since development started on this
probably
game.
forever.
Are you going to have a physical release, or are you going to partner with Limited Run to do something like that?
We will have a physical release of some sort at some point. I mean, we have a plan, but we don't know exactly when it's gonna.
I'm going to ask you a video game journalism question. What key art do you put on the box for your physical release of Demon School?
Yeah. So the company we're working with, they tend to like to do it themselves, but we will probably do it ourselves. And we'll figure it out. I don't know yet because
So there's no existing piece of key art that you have. Do you have key art, Brandon?
We do. There's stuff we could use. It's just
none of that you would put on the box.
No, we might. But do we want to do it straight or do we want to mess with it? That would be the question. We actually changed our key art in the middle, not in the middle, 6 months ago to indicate that new things were happening. And that actually
what image format is your press kit in? I'm just curious.
We just have PNGs, but for logos and stuff, book. we can give people different, more lossless formats than PNG. But yeah, we use PNGs.
Good. That's what you should do. Thank you.
What was the wrong answer, Ash?
WEBP.
Yeah, horrendous. The scum of the earth. Yeah. Who does that?
Lots of fucking people.
You want to call out some names? You want to call some people out for sending you WebPs?
Probably can't.
Couldn't if I couldn't, but there are people who do WEBPs for their press kit, and I want to choke them. I understand.
Video game developers don't understand how computers work. Come on.
No, they don't understand how content management systems work, and I am willing to give them grace for that. And I understand why they choose the formats they choose. But nobody who's writing about your fucking video game uses WEBP format. We use PNG or JPG or get the fuck out of my face. And if your press kits do not include those formats, you are doing yourself a big disservice. This is Ashley's video game journalism PSA for the developers who listen to this podcast.
I think if we had more time, well, I do still want to do it before we have another press push. What I realize that we don't have, and which we really should have, and which helps with the influencers and stuff, is we don't have hero images and stuff that just our characters isolated and things. And those are great for all the people that want to make their YouTube thumbnails and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And those should totally be in anybody's press kit.
Yeah.
But we haven't done it yet.
You should make sure to have just art assets of all your characters pogging for the same reason.
Pogging. Just pogging.
Or
the pog set and the dab set. Yeah.
Pog dab.
Yeah. So that's about what's been happening lately. Thank you for talking through me with this.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
That you went through all that.
Frank, I appreciate your sympathy.
I mean, I know it turned out okay. But
it was really tense in the middle there.
Well, especially Dracula's coffin calling out.
Yeah.
It's oh
it's
my God.
Kind of scary. Yeah.
Nobody wants to be called out by Dracula. I was not expecting my monster from his slab to rise. That gave me a real surprise, but we got through it okay.
I realize something about this experience you've had is that, we know that Dracula and his son are there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We know that.
The guests included them.
Yeah. But then Dracula is calling out from his coffin. At some point, he got so bored of the party that he went in his coffin and took a nap.
Well, did he bring the coffin?
I'm glad you asked this, Brandon, because Wolfman, Dracula, and his son all arrived together. Mm-hmm. And Dracula was in the coffin because it was an early start time. The sun was still out.
I get it.
So Dracula's son was carrying one end.
They were carrying him like a pallbearer.
Yeah, like pallbearers, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
But that a good question. I'm glad you asked it. Good use of everybody's time. From here... It's time for us to go to our frightening round. I'm calling this game the Monster Match.
Has someone made a Monster Match 3?
They should.
That is going to be my video game.
Yeah, Monster Match, yeah. What I'm going to do is I am going to give you the name of a classic monster, and you're going to tell me, they're hanging out at my party here.
Right.
They want to play what they want to do. I have this video game set up. What are you going to recommend they play that they're really going to enjoy based on what you know about this monster? And then, Ash, you're going to tell me what their fuckability score is.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
All 10s.
Number one, we have the GOAT, Frankenstein's monster. I call him Frankenstein because we're friends.
Okay. What's his deal? Like he wants to be a part of society or something?
Yes, exactly. He's afraid of fire.
Life sims, Stardew Valley.
Yeah, he craves normalcy. So Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon.
The Sims, yeah.
The Sims. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing. Yeah. Visiting other people's islands.
Yeah.
Gifting them little bolts.
I think he'd get a kick out of that. How about Dracula, the guy who nearly ruined my
I thought
party?
Ash was supposed to give him a score.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Ash, what's Frankenstein's score?
Okay, so like green with the bolts coming out of his ear, 10. Count Orlok, 10. I think those were the only two real iterations of Frankenstein that I know of.
Okay. All right.
10, you know, he's a soulful creature.
Yeah.
Especially in that Mary Shelley book.
A lot of options with the bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Count Orlok is Dracula. I'm sorry.
Now
that was wrong.
Now we're talking Drac.
Okay.
Castlevania.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No, he doesn't want to kill himself. Come on.
Yeah, Castlevania is about
probably finds
killing
it
Dracula.
offensive.
No, I honestly think that.
You think he'd be into it?
I think he would.
No,
Yeah.
I think he'd be into Symphony of the Night because he'd be like, it's my boy.
Exactly. Like,
I'm so proud of him. You can do it.
that Dracula would love to see himself through other people's eyes.
Yeah.
And I think Symphony of the Night is the vehicle to do that.
Okay.
I think that he would like to play Superman 64.
Yeah,
And
a bad
here's
game.
why.
Why?
Because he'd like to play games that really suck. Yeah. There we
We'll
go.
be right back on the G4 network. This is Adam Sessler.
Have there been any games where like drinking blood has to like keep yourself alive has been like a major
Oh, sure.
mechanic?
There's that vampire. That I think it might just be called vampire.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
Vampire.
from Don't Nod.
Yeah,
Was it Don't
I
Nod?
remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was from, but I do remember what you were talking about.
Yeah.
There is a game on the NES. It's one of my favorite stupid games. It actually never shipped. By Milton Bradley. It was called Drax Night Out. And this is a game where villagers are hunting you as Dracula, and you do drink their blood.
This sounds awesome. Why wasn't it released?
Not really survive, but to basically you drink like 4 of them and you turn into a bat and have temporary invincibility. It's great. This game was sponsored by Reebok.
Oh, okay.
And you occasionally pick up the Reebok pump. It was
So
that
good.
time.
I
And
love
then you
that
could
stuff.
run and jump way faster while you murder people.
Stupid.
That's the
That
game.
is very dumb.
It's really good.
I really don't think Dracula would want to just like recreate his life because he's been alive a long time. But I think playing as his son, he'd probably be happy with.
Yeah.
I think he would.
What's Dracula's fuckability score?
10. Duh.
Yeah. All right.
Dracula, as depicted in the Castlevania series, the Netflix series, and Symphony of the Night, we love a fucking wife guy. We love a wife guy. 10 out of 10.
The Mummy. Imhotep.
Specifically, Brendan Fraser, the Mummy, because
Let's talk,
there's like,
let's talk Brendan Fraser Mummy.
Civilization?
yeah,
Oh yeah, he
That's
wants
a
to
good
take
one.
over.
Yeah.
He was a pharaoh, and now he's like, let's get back to it.
Let's do it. I got unfinished business.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed
always playing
Origins.
as a pharaoh
Oh.
every time. What do you say, Ash?
Assassin's Creed Origins, so he gets to like walk through ancient Egypt
Yeah.
as and like, oh yeah,
He'd just
I
get
remember
pissed
that.
off. Like, no, that's not what that was like.
No, what
yeah,
what
like
he'd,
paleontologists
what he'd
watching
do is
Jurassic
he'd
Park.
turn to the guy next to him and he'd be like, they call this ancient Egypt. You know what I call it? I call it Egypt.
no,
You know?
he would
Am I right,
emigrate.
friend?
He would emigrate to America and get
Yeah.
really confused showing up in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's what would happen to him. What's the Mummy's fuckability score?
Imhotep, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Like, while alive or dead, does it matter?
Yeah, you don't
Does
think his parts
not
would fall
matter.
off?
Wow,
feel like his parts
it's all
will fall off.
dusty, though. That's gross.
It doesn't matter.
A lot of his parts are missing.
His entire purpose was to bring back his girlfriend, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I see.
That's commitment. Long-term commitment. The Wolfman.
Well, we know the score already.
We know the score just from Ash's face.
Yeah. Depends on which Wolfman we're talking about, but usually they don't want to be the Wolfman.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
they would really resonate with like magical girl transformations, which is why I'm putting forth the Sailor Moon beat 'em up as his game that he would enjoy.
Okay.
He would not want to play Pokemon Silver. That would be hard for him.
I think he would play Jay Talbane in the Darkstalkers series.
Yeah.
He would actually like to play as a werewolf and be like, yeah, we're doing it. When he's transformed. But when he's not transformed, he'd want to play some like really soft dating sim, I feel. Like a really...
A fighting
like a
game,
romancy
honestly. I think he would enjoy.
Yeah.
Like a competitive fighting game.
Michael Myers.
Wait.
Yeah?
I mean, we said we know the score,
Yeah.
but we needed to be canon.
Yeah, Ash, give us a number.
20.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As Usher said, from a 1 to 10, he's a certified 20. Michael Myers.
Okay.
Michael Myers would play the PlayStation 1 game,
Here we go.
Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm taking the credit away from you. That was our trap.
But did I say...
Would you have taken it for Shrek?
Did you specifically have Spy Who Shagged Me, or did you have Austin Powers? Because I didn't say Austin Powers until
That's
right now.
true. You didn't say Austin Powers. Okay.
I thought there was a trap and I was trying to avoid it. So.
Brandon, as a Halloween treat for you, you don't get the credit taken away.
Hooray!
Help me
avoid-
out here. My husband has explained this to me, but I keep forgetting. Which one is Michael and which one is Jason?
Jason has the hockey mask. Michael has the William Shatner mask.
Has the William Shatner mask.
I don't know what.
Okay, well here's an easier one. Jason, he's at the camp.
Okay.
Michael Myers is in your house, your own house.
Yeah, Michael Myers wants to kill Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason's out in the woods with the sexy teens down by the river. Michael Myers is not going out there. He's in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
He's
I
the
get
trauma
those two
guy.
confused. The what? The what
trauma.
guy?
The
The
trauma
what?
guy.
The
trauma.
what?
The trauma.
Huh?
Every time Jamie Lee Curtis talks about the Halloween movies, she talks about how they're actually about trauma.
Does she
Is
say
Jamie
trauma?
Lee Curtis Canadian?
She says it that way every time.
Wow.
Huh.
Does she
I've
say
spoken to her.
sensors?
Yeah, we've discussed on the show how it's the idea of being like on an airplane next to Jamie Lee Curtis is like scary to me.
Because you know who's in the bathroom. Suddenly you're going to start hearing
No, I watched a bonus feature on the Halloween Blu-ray, and
Yeah.
she just never stopped talking, and it was just like my worst nightmare.
I love Canadians because they're just like us, except they're a little different.
Wait, she is Canadian?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She might be.
There's no way to know.
Trauma?
Okay, so Michael
What
Myers.
video game are you giving him?
All I remember is that he just
Splatterhouse?
wants to
She's not Canadian.
kill
She's not
whatever,
Canadian.
right? Like he
Yeah.
just wants to kill, right?
Right.
So
Splatterhouse.
yeah, like maybe
I think like
he-
Manhunt.
Ooh.
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill monsters. He wants to kill people.
Yeah.
He
I
wants to
think
kill people who are screaming and running from him.
Yeah,
not
something like
at him.
Manhunt. Is there one where you kill a lot of
Condemned
ladies?
Criminal
'Cause he likes doing
Origins?
that. Yeah, something like that.
I guess Dead by Daylight, huh? Is that too on the nose?
That's a bit too on the nose because he's literally in that game.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's got to be he's hunting things that don't want to be hunted, so it's like Ape Escape or something.
Ape Escape is a good one. I think that's it. Yeah.
Cabela's Deer Hunt. Yeah.
Ash, what's Michael Myers' fuckability score?
I don't like slashers. I don't.
Yeah.
5.
Oh.
Wow.
okay.
I'm not a fan of slashers. I don't
Does it
like
help?
them.
Does it help that he has incredible sister issues?
No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
No,
All right.
it doesn't.
All right. Next, we got a kinky one. We got Pinhead from Hellraiser.
OPH. Pinhead puzzle games. You know it.
Yeah.
Pinhead loves puzzle games. Probably like Talos Principle, like 3D ones, I think,
Yeah.
but also 2D ones. Any puzzle game.
He likes open world, like very cinematic, like very like photography sim kinds of games because he has such sights he wants to show you. He likes looking at cool things.
Yeah. He's really
yeah.
into Beyond Good and Evil, Pokemon Snap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he would
Yeah.
love that shit. I recently discovered the Hellraiser movies and I love all of them,
Yeah, I
including
can-
the most recent one, like that non-binary Pinhead choice.
I
Well,
can visibly
fucking
see
done.
the steam coming off you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that I was surprised at how like integrated the sexiness was for that one.
Yeah, well, that's it. It really became a part of that whole series. Did I ever tell you about the time? I must have. That Chris Petrowski, formerly of Cappy Games, came to stay at my house and then just watched all the Hellraisers and rated them top marks on Netflix at my house. And those wound up being the only. I didn't rate any movies, so those were the only things that were rated on my Netflix.
Those were the sights he had to show you.
Well, that's right. Skewed my whole thing.
All right. Give me a score, Ash.
25. Jesus.
25.
Wow.
New record. That girl from Ringu.
Oh, Sadako.
Yeah.
What does she want to play?
Downwell.
No, she doesn't want to be in the well. She doesn't want to be in there.
That's fucked up.
If there's
Who the
Upwell,
hell
she wants to play that one.
Where are the games that you fall up a well?
Yeah.
Honestly, she would like Silent Hill F.
Yeah, she'd like Silent Hill. I think so. Yeah, because it's all about like a girl having weird misunderstandings with people and having a tough time, but sort of getting through it. So yeah, because she's got a lot to process. So I think she might like that. It's not really a party game, but I think she'd appreciate it.
She might be into like the wave of getting over it knockoffs that came out after that came out, because it's all about climbing up.
You know what else I think she would like? I think she'd just like Neopets. She's a small young lady. She'd probably just like forget about her murder stuff for a little bit and be like, oh man, look at it. I got a pet. I love it.
Sadako would also like Hairdresser Simulator.
Oh yeah.
She needs somebody to cut them bangs.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm comfortable rating her on the scale.
I am not.
No.
That
I think she's underage, so she does not get rated.
So pass. Okay, which means we got to go to Pennywise the Clown.
P-Dub.
Whether it's Tim
That's
Curry
what I call him.
or Skarsgård, it doesn't matter. That's
There's
as high.
There's a Game & Watch that from Nintendo that takes place in the sewers called Manhole. And I think that's what he likes.
Yeah, he's really to Manhole.
So, like, are there any clown games? I was just wondering if there are any clown games.
He would be really into Nights into Dreams.
Nights, Mr. Do. We really messed up by not mentioning Mr. Do last time.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Oh, maybe you did.
Did.
You mentioned Circus Charlie. I think we missed Mr. Do somehow.
You
Carnival
Mr.
Night Zone and Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah.
There is a very bad Home ED clown game.
Yeah.
Sure. I think he'd like Dropsy. I think also he would like, this is a left field one, but I think he'd like Growl, where you save all the exotic animals. So that they could all then come back to his circus with him.
No. He likes that PS1 game that I think is just called Spider, where you play as a spider thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a spider thing inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he gets to do his internal. He would like
the first 2 Fallout games and be really vocal about the fact that you can't kill children in the later ones.
He would Command & Conquer Red Alert 3.
Yeah. Oh, right, because he's in that. The one place...
And Clue and...
unaffected by capitalism, the sewers. Yeah. Okay, what is Pennywise's fuckability score?
I don't like the big forehead Pennywise that they're doing for the new
shape.
one. Yeah, I which is weird. I have more kinship with the Tim Curry clown because he looks more like Bozo the Clown, which is what I grew up with being a young girl in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area.
Mm-hmm.
WGN, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah. Are you from Chicago, Frank? Nobody knows what WGN...
They broadcast WGN in Las Vegas. Don't ask why. It was Channel 6.
I was going to say, like, oh, you have the knowledge. No, they're both 10. They're both 10.
Okay.
I watched Bozo. Just straight up got up and watched Bozo on our local broadcast of WGN.
Did they broadcast that beyond? I guess they must have, but like...
just WGN. It was just straight, like there were Chicago commercial. Like,
well,
it's just you have WGN for some reason. Yeah.
Sometimes that happened.
All right. Our next one is Candyman.
Does he come out of a mirror? Is that right?
You gotta say his name 5 times.
He sort of comes out of a mirror. He's in the walls. He's also full of bees.
Right.
Yeah. Which does a severe like knockdown of the fuckability score.
It's very stingy.
So he probably likes bees, right? So I'm
Hollow
gonna say
Knight.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
true.
the bee game, which is like a semi-educational game about being a bee and like
to better know himself.
It's like an Unreal Engine 4 or 5 like bee simulator that I saw at GDC once, and it's very cute.
I think he would hate Pinobee because it's just like not good enough.
Grounded, but he would like grounded from the perspective of the ants.
Yeah.
And what's that score?
The bees really mess it up, and I have too much respect for Tony Todd to like comment on his fuckability. I don't know. Like that's a hard one for me. Like
Ash
like I said,
isn't into men that she respects.
Right.
That's to say. That's again very
Frank Cifaldi.
Jesus.
She said it.
It's I I respect him too much to degrade him like that. Is what I want to say.
Okay.
You are friend zoning the heck out of this.
You
want
to get to know Tony Todd better before you rate him.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm thinking of Tony Todd in the last way that I saw him, which was in the Indiana Jones movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, big tall dude that quotes Latin at me, like, oh yeah, 10 out of 10 across the board, but like,
but full of bees.
Yeah, but the bees detract, and the fact that it's like Tony Todd, a person that I like immensely respect, also like I feel weird doing that, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. This one we
can't help you. This is
I know this is
okay. we can leave that a question mark. The last one, because we're low on time here. I'm gonna have us talk about the Babadook.
I wish I had seen the Babadook. I have not seen that movie.
Yeah, I haven't.
I didn't watch it either.
All right.
I know he's like a gay icon.
Like dressed as them.
But that was simply decided. It was that's not like in the movie. That was decided upon external to the movie, which is fun. But that wasn't like part of the movie.
Like my husband has been doing like the horror movie education of Ashley Parrish, like for the last couple weeks, and I finally saw Rosemary's Baby a couple weeks ago, and then like the Babadook is like one of those movies that I keep saying that I want to watch because I want to understand why people have decided that he's a gay icon, but I haven't.
Well, so we don't know anything about this person, so I'm just going to go general. Like, I recommend a short hike to most people.
I was going to say, exactly like when someone at a Thanksgiving dinner is like, oh, so what video games are you playing? And you're like, oh, God, I got to think of something. I think short hike's good. Right. So Babadook can play that.
Oh, okay. Good note to end on. Ash, I'm not going to make you rate you know what? Look at a picture of the Babadook.
I know what he looks like, but I still need to know more about him to rate him.
From what I understand, he's kind of like a living meme. Like you're haunted by him if you know about him.
5. I don't know. I just have to give him a 5.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will
That's
update
fair.
this as I learn more about the Babadook.
We'll do this game again next year. I've got a lot more monsters to go through.
Nice.
But that's it for this Halloween episode of Insert Credit. Brandon, do you have any recommendations?
The Hitcher from 1986. This is a movie starring Rutger Hauer, which I had not watched until now. And what a wild movie to not have watched for 40 years. It's one of those movies where when you see it, you're like, obviously everyone loves this. And then you look and see that everyone hated it at the time, but everyone loves it now because it was always good. Just people didn't realize it at the time. It's a movie about Rutger Hauer basically being a serial killer and harassing this person constantly, just constantly harassing this person who picks him up at one point. The young guy picks him up, and Rutger Hauer essentially is continually killing people, making it clear that the young guy will take the blame for it. The young guy then gets picked up by the cops. Rutger Hauer then kills the cops and frees him, and then the cycle starts anew. And it's wild, and it's like so. There's maybe 10 minutes in the movie where there's no tension or action. It's just like always going, which is probably why people weren't as into it at the time, because it was such a weird way to make a movie. But it's also just very neatly shot. It's done by the director was a former still photographer, and so you have a lot of these really nicely staged scenes. And it's good. So give that a look. I also have one more thought quickly here. I don't know if this is a good idea or if it depends on how much this would ruin Ash's life. I have an idea for a video game to make everyone play that just suddenly shot into my mind.
Oh, shoot.
Do you have 4 credits to spend?
I do have 5. I think I have 5.
Yeah, Brandon, you got 5 credits.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not going to force this one. We're going to decide if this is a good idea or if it's going to...
No. Before you even tell me what it is, decide. Make your choice. Commit or don't.
Because I don't know if it's going to be bad. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. Mr. Bones.
Hell yes!
What if we all play Mr. Bones?
It's really, really terrible to play.
You're not going to convince me.
Okay.
So do it. Spend it. Let's
go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend,
okay, we all got to play Mr. Bones.
Let's play Mr. Bones. The thing is, we have to try.
We have to play it with our partner.
We have to try for at least an hour.
Yeah.
To continue to make progress in the game.
Okay.
I've never gotten past this second stage, the second area.
I know academically this is a bad game. Even if I play it, you're never going to convince me this is a bad game.
Oh, good. Okay, good. That's what I was worried about. And so if I just want to, I'm really.
I bet if you made it 3 hours, she would think it's a bad game.
Yeah, that's true. But let's try an hour and a half, 2 hours if we can manage it. I just
3 hours. 3 hours of Mr. Bones.
A 3-hour tour of Mr. Bones. I'm just really curious because this is an unusual opportunity to have someone who is like enamored with something but hasn't played it to then see what will happen after they play it.
I
think it's a really interesting
this exercise.
idea. Okay,
yes.
good. Let's do it. Let's do it. Mr. Bones. And it's
Mr.
good
Bones.
for Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Mr. Bones and me.
Ash, do you have any recommendations?
You can just do stuff. Like I this is very strange, I know to say, but like if there's like something that you want that's not like, universal basic income or something like that. Like you could just do it. Like the other day, it was like cold and gross outside. I'm like, I would really like a nice, warm, spiced drink that would make me feel better. And I went and made some mulled apple cider. And every step of the process, from like going to like the store to get the stuff and getting out the crock pot to make the mulled apple cider, was sublime. Like, great. You could just do that. Like, it sounds so strange to say, but like you could just do shit. Like, if there's something that you want, that you're craving, by and large, you could just fucking do it. You can like make it yourself. You could just do it. Do it. If there's something that you want, do it. It sounds difficult and scary and like a monumental task to get over, but just like do it. It's not as hard as you probably think it is. Unless it's like, overthrowing the current government or securing universal basic income or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Having sex with the wolf man. Yeah.
Yeah. My husband's hairy enough, but it's not not quite as much as I would like. So he listens to the podcast, by the way, so he's going to hear this.
For those not watching the video version, she did actually look pretty sad.
Yeah. We can't have everything we need in this life. Yeah.
I recommend Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Got this voice in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was trying
Is
to
that
get
a
Frank
movie
to
or a
watch
video game?
It's a movie.
Brandon
and there is a
recommended
video
this
game.
on a previous episode. It's a movie. It's not a video. And Brandon wanted to know if I would recognize a voice, and I immediately went, "That's Rupert Thorne from Batman the Animated Series."
Oh,
That's
love that voice. Yeah.
I didn't
believe
recognize him
he
right
was
away.
once interviewed in an issue of a weird zine called Back Issue that I have somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But I think he was interviewed about being Rupert Thorne once. So I'll look again.
Oh, I want to see
we'll do
that.
a
If you find that, show it to me. Yeah.
I had to see if Frank would have the same reaction because I didn't remember right away that it was Rupert Thorne, but I saw this guy in this movie, and then I heard his voice, and I was like, "That's my childhood is speaking to me. Who is this? What is this?" And then I looked him up, and I scrolled down, and I was like, "He's some sort of a cartoon man." And then and I saw
cartoon man.
He was Rupert Thorne in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, that's him.
Ash, Rupert Thorne is the one Batman villain who does not wear a costume or have a silly name.
He's just a rich
guy.
jerk. Yeah.
Wait, is Rupert Thorne his name?
Or yeah, his name's just Rupert Thorne.
It's the name of the character. Yeah.
Oh, what's the name of this guy?
I don't
know.
The
actor? I don't know.
Nobody knows that.
Why would I know that? He was Rupert Thorne, and he was a cop in Killer Clowns. Like
Rupert Thorne just sounds like a regular old.
That's the point. He's just a citizen in Gotham. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, apparently he's in Creature Commandos, or
he was in that for like a second. But
he's a character in DC. Yes.
Yeah.
He's been in all kinds of stuff. The character, but the actor has been
John Vernon is the guy.
There we go. John Vernon.
He's the mayor in Dirty Harry. He's the dean in Animal House.
You know I don't mess with family.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that in one of the episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
I've actually seen Animal House, but only recently.
All right. I am not into horror movies, but the three that I really like are Bride of Frankenstein from the 1930s, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from the 1970s, and Nope from recently. So those are my three horror movie recommendations.
That's good.
Great.
I'm not going to recommend too many because I could go forever, but I will just say, if you've never seen the original Night of the Living Dead, if you've never watched that, watch that one because it is so rare for a movie to be groundbreaking on multiple levels and also fun to watch. And this is that. It has a black male protagonist in the mid 60s, and he's like a complicated guy. He's not just always right or perfect.
Is this Night or Return?
Night. Return of the Living Dead is a totally different thing.
Okay.
That's a goofy, silly one.
I get them
Dan
confused
O'Bannon.
all the time. But yes, I've recently seen Night of the Living Dead, and it's one of the movies that my husband really enjoys. And he tells me all the time about the black protagonist, and it has like a similar ending to what the original Get Out ending was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was like really cool, like for 1960. So
yeah, it's a good one. So give that a look.
All right. I would like to recommend that if you are a listener to this show, rate and review us however you can. You can also support us by going to patreon.com/insertcredit. That means the world to us. If you'd like to send us an advertisement or a personal message to sponsor a specific episode, you could do that by writing to me at show@insertcredit.com. You could join our community at forums.insertcredit.com or find us on youtube.com/insertcreditshow. Wishlist Demon School, subscribe to The Verge, check out the Video Game History Foundation. This episode is edited by Esper Quinn with music by Kurt Feldman. I'm Alex Jaffe.
I'm Frank Cifaldi.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And your game has now been graved!
I, in college, learned that the lead of Night of the Living Dead, they just wrote that totally ambiguously, and they cast a black guy because he was the best actor. And the movie, like, is fully about civil rights if you watch it. It is all a metaphor for race and how
They didn't
far
write
black
it like
people-
that, but because the fact that they cast a black guy, it became like that. That's fine. That's really cool.
He was just the best actor.
I need to watch that. I've seen that movie. It was only recently. I need to watch it again with that lens, and that would be very cool.
You
But
will
I
have
think
a good
I
time.
remember bits and pieces of like, you know, the white survivors don't want to go in the house because he's there,
Right,
or some
right.
shit like that. I need to watch it again. There's like a ton of movies I need to watch, but I finally seen Rosemary's Baby. It pissed me off, and it was very timely to watch Rosemary's Baby as
I
someone
kind of
who's
liked Rosemary's Baby, yeah.
yeah, as someone who's like embarking on her like motherhood journey. Like that was really like, oh wow, we're doing gaslighting without doing the actual movie Gaslighting, which was really, really cool. Like not cool, but like harrowing. And I think Mia Farrow should have stabbed way more people than she stabbed in that movie. So
We're all big fans of Roman Polanski.
no, we're not. We're not. We're really not. Like, oh,
Not
that was a
necess-
Roman Polanski joint? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I see that. All right. Ooh.
Yeah.